right, hey.
Let's go. Let's do it, brother.
Barney Craig, the 14-time Eldora Speedway track champion in the Eldora Speedway Ford Pace truck, going to make the hard left-hand turn to the infield. 100 laps, $100,000 on the line. Shane Clanton on the pole. Dale McDowell on the outside at 8:27 p.m. on a Saturday night. We are green.
100 laps, 100,000 to win. They're side by side at a turn number 2. The two wily veterans, Dale McDowell and Shane Clanton. And they're still side by side. Who's going to lead lap 1? McDowell and the Team Zero car out in front.
Dale McDowell's not used to starting this far in the front of the field. He's usually going to come from about 19th or so. And we have got a caution on the speedway. Oh, it's Chris Smokey Madden. Madden in the 19M of Spencer Hughes.
Now, Madden was starting in position
17th.
Spencer Hughes goes to the hot pit, guys.
Yeah, they're both going to make their way down. I was talking to Colton Miller, owner of the GCM Motorsports 19M before this. He said 10 years of trying. It was a dream come true to make the feature, but their night is going to come to an early end. It looks like as that right front is awful towed out. They've got nose damage. We'll see if they get him back out there. Meanwhile, Chris Madden, they're pulling mud off the breather right now. A little bit of mud off the hood. I think checking this race car, making sure it's all right. But it seems like the 19M of Spencer Hughes may have more work to do. They're looking under the right front, the lower, the upper, see if they can get that car back in there. He's also got the nose folded under.
Well, we'll take a look at the instant replay here and see what happened. Right side of your screen's the 44. And yep, he went around. Hard to tell if he went up the nose of someone or not. Man, Spencer Hughes clocked him pretty good, flat left rear on the 44.
So if they can beat Madden, he'll have to go to the tail. We did get a lap in.
We got one.
We got one lap in. McDowell, Clanton, Sheppard, Erb, and Owens. And Chris Madden will make his way back out on the track on the tail. Again, he started in 17th. And again, they work on the Clyburn Tank Line's yellow hammer. 19M. Looks like they may try to make it back out, but we're going to go green.
All right, green flag back out.
So officially no laps in, so it's a complete restart again.
Huh.
How about that? Okay, down the back straightaway. Here comes the battle into turn number 3. McDowell and Clanton just go side to side. Who's going to lead lap 1 again this time? McDowell led the last one. Oh, they touched!
Baby.
They touched! And McDowell has the lead.
Easy, fellas. We still got 99 to go. We still got 99 to go, guys. So we'll just calm down here a little bit.
Third, Turbo on the bottom. Here comes Jimmy Owens. So
James Spence is slow at the tail end of the field. I think his night is done. He is going to pull down into the infield. And yep, that's it. The hood has come up on the 19M. And
better days.
Yep,
6,000 to start. So
yes, yeah.
And again, that was a brand new car.
So it's typically anywhere from 8 to 10 laps before they catch the tail end of the field. Now, they were turning lap times in the upper 18-second bracket. They're back down into the upper 15s right now, so I'm going to say about 9-10 laps before they catch the tail end of the field.
At Team Zero Blue Quick, Shane McDowell Racing, Clements Power Plant under the hood of the 17M. They've added Respawning Man Company Mike Reese this year. Into turn number 1, Dale McDowell. He won this race in 2014. Shane Clanton right now solid in second. Third is Sheppard, fourth is Owens, fifth is Erb, sixth is Ferguson. Seventh, rather, is McCreadie, eighth Wilson, ninth Blair, 10th is O'Neill.
Dale McDowell, 18 straight starts in this race now. Average finish 8.3. One of 8 drivers to win the Dirt Late Model Dream in the World 100. Got a 1.2 second advantage out front. There's your 2 National Touring Series leaders. Bobby Pierce, the current World of Outlaws Real American Beer points leader, and Ricky Thornton Jr., the current points leader for the Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series. 7 laps in the books.
Pierce has lost 2 spots at the start. He's back to 11th after starting in 9th. McDowell keeps his pace up. Clanton now close a little bit out of turn number 2. Here comes Bishop in 1. Down the back straightaway, Turbo's trying to stay there. Yes, Jimmy Owens rather trying to stay in contact.
Is that Owens?
Turn number 4. Yeah, that is Jimmy Owens.
Why is Owens at the tail of the field? Did you?
I do not know.
I know
he's
either.
fourth. Eyeball test says he's fourth, right? Now McDowell picks up the tail end of the field.
Yes,
Here comes Clanton at 25. Here comes Sheppard at 1. Off at turn 4.
I could have sworn you said Owens was at the tail of the field. He is not. No, he's in fourth. You threw me there for a second, James. Here comes Clanton down to the inside. Sheppard is there as well. Top 3 on your screen. And just as predicted, 10 laps into this race, they're starting to work through the back end of the field.
Got that right. Here they come off at turn 4. And you've got Sorensen in front of your leader. There's Hoffman in 9. McDowell, Sheppard takes a peek on the bottom of Clanton. Jimmy Owens running the top. Here comes 20. 20's got a good hot rod. He takes that rocket to the... This is vintage Jimmy Owens. Look at Jimmy Owens. Closes on the top 4 altogether into turn number 1.
The quote-unquote veterans.
The wily veterans.
McDowell,
DJ.
Clanton,
Comes
Owens. Yes. Over, young guns. Move over, young guns. 4 drivers under a blanket right there for the lead. McDowell, Clanton. Oh, boy.
Owens is trying to stick on the outside.
My.
Here comes Jimmy. This track's good. It's a little dusty, but hey, it's good. Down the back straightaway. Clanton second. Third, Sheppard. B-Shep tries the line lower. Owens now getting trapped behind the lap car of Hoffman. Dale McDowell still leads. He's led from the start of this race the first 14 laps. Down the back straightaway to turn number 3. Dustin Sorensen, last year's World of Outlaw Rookie of the Year. Drake Troutman there in the 22, the current Rookie of the Year, top rookie in the World of Outlaw Series. Now here comes Sheppard on the bottom. He and Clanton down the back straightaway. They're going to go side by side. Sheppard's going to pull away by half a car length. Meanwhile, in 4th is Owens. Then it's Tyler Erb, McCreadie, Wilson, Pierce runs 9th. Max Blair is 10th into turn 1. And McDowell got boxed in behind the 19 of Sorensen of the 22 star. Shane Clanton is going to the top. Into turn 3, McDowell splits him. Dale McDowell.
I tensed up there for a second when McDowell split Sorensen and Troutman.
Move over. Here comes the Silver Fox. Right, Dale McDowell. Are you kidding me?
Shep trying to tell, well, he took second away that time by the stripe. Here comes Clanton back to the outside. This happens 1.2 seconds behind your race leader, Clanton. When I look back by the one of Shep, not going to be able to get it done. On the right side
Where
of your
did Ferguson come from?
Well, he started 5th.
He's right there.
Okay, there he is.
So we've got a Team Zero, a Rocket, a Capital, and a Stinger.
I'm here for it.
In the top 4 spots.
Make Stinger great again.
That's right. Dale McDowell into turn 1. Right now he's got a 2.2 second lead. Brandon Sheppard. Meanwhile, here comes Fergie. Chris Ferguson down the back straightaway. He will challenge Clanton. Jimmy Owens is back in 5th. Tyler Pierce is up to 7th now in 32.
And he started 9th. McCreadie 8th. Dalton Wilson 9th. Hudson O'Neill rounds out the top 10. Josh Rice 11th. Pair of 22s right there. Troutman a lap down. Ferguson on the outside. Again, Chris Ferguson runs in for 3rd. His best finish in the dirt late model Dream. Shane Clanton runs in 3rd, a 2.2 second advantage for the veteran driver out of Chickamauga, Georgia, Dale McDowell in the 17M.
In Davenport trying to win in 3 in a row, but he is back to 14th after starting 13th. Here comes McDowell out at turn number 4 down the main straightaway.
Good battle there on your screen, James, for position number 5. Bobby Pierce trying to work his way through the field. Ben Shelton's pick. We'll see what Pierce is able to do. He's got something for Jimmy Owens. See 2 completely different lines being run right there. Pierce going to go to the outside. Will he duck down to the inside in 3 and 4? Owens washes up the racetrack. He'll stay low in 3 and 4. And the caution flag is out. 23 laps in the books.
Jameson in the 12, flat right rear tire on the James Ratliff 12. We talked about Pierce, how he was challenging up to 6th, trying to win his 3rd straight crown jewel race here at Eldora. Of course, he won the World 100 last September and Carl Short's Dirt Track World Championship last October. Brandon Overton to the hot pit at 76.
Yeah, he pulls down. Looks like all 4 tires are up. Right rear breakaway part of that spoiler, a little mangled on the Heartbeat Hot Sauce number 76 as they go to work on that race car in the hot pit area. And right behind him, he's going to have company rolling down here as Nick Hoffman brings the NOS Energy drink number 9 down. Little right rear damage on it as well, but all 4 tires are up. As now Jason Jameson makes his way down And in fact, I don't think all 4 tires are going to be up on this race car. And in fact, they are not. That right rear tire has expired on the Ratliff Racing number 12. And now Drake Troutman's down here. Must have like a pseudo-mandatory pit stop here with 22 laps in the books.
So again, the only car officially out of the race is Spencer Hughes. He will finish 26th here tonight. You see the James Ratliff team. Tim Tunkett down there helping out.
New right rear tire going on Brandon Overton's team, trying to get in the middle of that one. You got to wonder maybe if they're going with a different compound. You can run a 3 and a 4 on the right rear here tonight, and that right rear they're pulling off there is pretty blistered. So maybe they went a little bit softer, trying something that didn't work, or maybe just going to change the setup on that car late in this race. But early on, a new right rear tire on the 76 car.
How about the 9 and Nick Hoffman? They're going all Hercules on this right rear spoiler, guys. They got the BFH out. You know what that is?
No, tell us, Mike Norris.
The big and hammer.
There you go.
Not Kyle and not Don.
No, congratulations, your win last night, though, Kyle.
That's right. That's right. All right. Field lined up.
My gosh.
Field
I love
lined up.
Norris.
I do too. Norris, Ben, Randy doing a great job.
Chuck
Field.
Norris, Mike Norris, it don't matter.
Give me all the Norrises. Give me all the Hammers. Give me Bonnie Hammer as well. It's going to be Dale McDowell, your leader. Second is Brandon Sheppard. Third, Shane Clanton. Fourth is Chris Ferguson. Jimmy Owens is fifth. And it's going to be Bobby Pierce, Tyler Erb, Tim McCreadie, not Don O'Neill, Hudson O'Neill, and Dalton Wilson.
So it's a Team Zero,
Look at that
a
tire.
Rocket,
Look at
a
that
Capital,
tire.
and a Stinger.
Wow.
Top 4 right now. So McDowell is led from the start. The first 22 laps of this race, our first caution. All right, Sheppard will be on the outside looking for his second Dirt Late Model Dream. Clanton, Chris Ferguson, Jimmy Owens, Bobby Pierce. And we have Tyler Erb.
First trio, all with 1 win in this event previously. We go back to the last fully completed lap. 22 scored. 78 to go. McDowell chooses the inside lane on the restart, and we're back underway.
Down. How about Chris Ferguson? Chris Ferguson in his return to Eldora. He's going to get a second.
Oh, my.
Chris Ferguson down the back straightaway.
Sting this.
Sting this. Here comes Clanton. Off at turn 4, Chris Ferguson's got a good hot rod. He goes to second.
I mean, Chris
officially.
Ferguson, he has been very good here in the past. It's got to be considered an upset, though, if he would win, right, James? They have to be.
Yeah, the last year.
Limited starts.
What did he say? People forgot about him, didn't he? Did he say that in his interview? He's back. Here comes Sheppard on the outside. Clanton goes to third. Sheppard fourth. Pierce is fifth. Here comes. Oh,
we never forgot about you.
Here comes 49. Did you forget about 49?
I definitely did not
He's
forget
on the
about
bottom.
I didn't forget about the 49 or the 32, either one. There they come. All of a sudden, Davenport, who was in like 13th, is now up to 7th. Make it 6th. This time by at the stripe, Jonathan Davenport. Bobby Pierce, Brandon Sheppard, right there, 4th, 5th, 6th on your screen. 1/4 of the way through this race, 25 down, 75 to go.
Dale McDowell, good lead into 1. Ferguson, Clanton, Sheppard. Here comes Davenport. Pierce working the top. So the 2 favorites right there running together in 5th and 6th. McCreadie is 7th. Jimmy Owens 8th. Thornton is 9th. Tyler Erb is back to 10th. Meanwhile, it has been all Dale McDowell in control from the start of this race, from the outside of the front row, and he's got a healthy lead, a half a straightaway down the back straightaway.
McDowell, one of 2 Team Zero cars entered here this weekend. Here comes Jonathan Davenport looking for 3 straight in the Dirt Late Model Dream. He'll work his way back by Brandon Sheppard. 4th spot goes to the fast 49 up from 13th.
He's falling back to at least 14th.
Yes.
He's got it going on right now. If this thing stays green, 29 scored. Dale McDowell continues to show the way. The 59-year-old driver out of Chickamauga, Georgia. His brother Shane McDowell turning the wrenches. The car owner off of turn number 4. Down the main straightaway, still leading Chris Ferguson second. Davenport trying to build the momentum, DJ, as he closes on Clanton into 1.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at this racetrack, you think of guys like Dale McDowell. You think of Jonathan Davenport. You think of Tim McCreadie and some of these other guys that currently find themselves in the top 10. Josh Rice that last time by, James, 30 in the books, 31 in the books now. works his way by Jimmy Owens. So one of last night's winners now inside the top 10. Here comes Clanton. James trying to work by Chris Ferguson. That's the battle for second.
No doubt Scott Bloomquist was great at tire management. You know Dale McDowell is as well. Alpha turn 4, Chris Ferguson, Clanton, and then and Davenport, they're all together into one. It's Georgia all the time, right? 3 of the top 4.
Yeah.
You got North Carolina in the mix as well.
Yeah, 3 cars under a blanket for the second spot is now, oh my, look at that back there, all back through the field, Devin Moran. Devin Moran, my goodness, he started 24th, and we've got a caution on the speedway. Hudson O'Neal is slow at the top of turns 3 and 4.
And he was running in 8th. And O'Neal's going to come down to the hot pit here at Eldora with 32 laps complete. Jameson back in at 12. Brandon Overton at 76, guys.
Yeah, I'm just going to say a plethora of drivers coming in. We'll see. It looks like Hudson O'Neal right front damage. We'll see what they can do for that. Again, as you mentioned, Overton and 12 of Jameson and Ben.
Yeah, you got to wonder if Huddy maybe got over that cushion into the concrete a little bit. It is the right front flopper on that number 71, the SSI Motorsports entry, trying to bend it back up. Meanwhile, Dustin Sorensen makes his way down. Brandon Overton's team, last pit stop, they worked on the right side. This time they're working on the left side. Jason Jameson's crew working on the body around the 12, on the right rear of that 12, where they replaced that right rear during the last stop, trying to get those body braces back on it, perhaps.
And DJ, real quick, I want to make a note. I was, just as you said that, here comes the 99 of Moran. You may want to keep our eyes on him if we keep having timely cautions from some of these guys coming from the back.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, we got one look at this from the drone, by the way. Keep your eyes on the bottom of the screen, those of you watching at home on FloRacing. Yep, there he was. Very bottom of the screen. Grab the wall.
All right, 32 complete. Our second caution of the race. Dustin Sorensen is going to come back out. Jameson is still down there. So is O'Neal, and also is Brandon Overton. So Dale McDowell is led from the drop of the green. Now on the restart for the first time, we will have Chris Ferguson. Boy, good restart for Fergie, wasn't it?
Fergie time.
Yeah.
My watch says 8:44. I think that's Fergie time, though, guys.
Randy, you've been watching the 49 of Davenport, especially off of turn 4. What do you notice about the attitude of that race car?
He can just make up so much time from 4 to the flag stand. He'll be beside those guys going into 3, and he can already pull in front of them there at the flag stand, and looked like he was doing that off of 2 in both ends and the bottom. But just as soon as he gets a spot, he moves up and runs the middle to high line, take it a little easier on his tires. And then when it's time to race, he's right back down there.
So Jameson is done for the night. He goes back to the pit. O'Neal still in the hot pit. We're going to go green at the apex of 3 and 4 with Dale McDowell. Chris Ferguson is second on the restart. 32 complete here for $100,000. 68 to go.
Yep, Dale McDowell's been your leader since the drop of the green flag. James.
Oh, man.
Oh, here comes Clanton. Here comes the fast 49. Here comes McCreadie as well. Chris Ferguson, he was second. He may fall to 4th on this restart. Davenport going for the runner-up spot. He'll have it.
He'll have it. Here comes Thornton trying to work the top of the 20 RT. Meanwhile, McCreadie in there as well. Dale McDowell still out in front, down the back straightaway. Georgia on my mind, right? The top 3. North Carolina running in 4th. McCreadie, Sheppard trying to go to the bottom in the car that McCreadie ended the year with last year, the Rocket 1. Whoa, Tim got a little hot into turn number 2. Meanwhile, Pierce is behind Thornton down the back straightaway. Pretty good battle from second on back. Dale McDowell, smooth and silky into turn 1.
How about that? Georgia, like you said, Georgia, baby. All the time up front, side by side there for the 4th spot on your screen. Brandon Sheppard down on the inside, trying to take it away from Chris Ferguson. He'll sneak ahead through turns 3 and 4. Shep glued to the bottom. It's official, the scoring loop. Brandon Sheppard up to 4th.
You know, if there's a little bit of a cushion up there, the 20 RT and the 32 are going to make it work as they work on the outside of Tim McCreadie. Now they have their set sights on Chris Ferguson. Thornton to work to the outside of him, and still McDowell. He's about 6-7 car lengths ahead of Davenport off at turn 4. Thornton will clear Ferguson. up another spot for the 20 RT.
It's not a rainy night in Georgia. It's not a midnight train to Georgia. But Georgia's on my mind at the front of this field. Looking back now, Bobby Pierce, as you mentioned, James, trying to work his way up through the field on the outside. 38 laps in the books. Pierce trying to come from the ninth starting spot. He fell back early. Looking to the outside, he'll work by Ferguson. Yep, he's into the 6th position, James.
Dale McDowell, Jonathan Davenport, Clanton, the top 3. Meanwhile, Pierce is going to work the outside. Here comes Sheppard, here comes Thornton and Pierce. Now the caution is back out again. We got a car slowing in turn 3, and that is Jimmy Owens.
Oh, man. Tough break for the 2009 winner of the Dirt Late Model Dream, the driver that started this race on the outside of a flat right rear tire. Guys, down to you.
Turbo Lee is in as well. He's got a heavy right side damage. They're going to go to work on him. And like Jimmy Owens down on the far end. Like they're going to work on the right rear, Ben.
Yeah, the right rear and the left front. They've already got the left front tire off that number 20 of Jimmy Owens, the Koehler Motorsports team. They work on the right rear. Meanwhile, Dustin Sorensen makes his way back in. How about Koehler Motorsports brought 4 cars here this weekend? They put 3 of them in the big show, including Ricky Thornton Jr., Jimmy Owens, and Jordan Koehler. As a very successful weekend trying to get Owens back out there, former Dirt Late Model Dream winner. And you see the tire off of that number 20.
Yeah, and this place it makes you be harder on your tires than what you are or what you need to be, because on these restarts especially, you get somebody that drives in under you really hard. Well, you've got to throttle up and try to beat them to the exit just to keep them pinched down. Or if you don't, next thing you know, you've lost 5 positions in 1 lap. So, you know, your car's going to be really good, but man, these guys are so patient, and them 2 up front right there is the best in the business.
You can see him right there trying to get a little bit of that sheet metal pulled away from the 20 of Jimmy Owens. The original 6-figure payday, 39 laps in the books, James. 61 laps to go here in the Dirt Late Model Dream. Dale McDowell has been your leader since the drop of the green flag. How about Jonathan Davenport from 13th to 2nd? Is he going to be able to take the lead on this restart?
And again, he started drop back to 14th at one point.
Yes, he did.
What I saw on the scoring monitor.
Yes,
he is
he
second
did.
now. Clanton has been right in there. He's 3rd. Sheppard 4th. Thornton, Pierce, Ferguson, McCreadie, Rice, Moran.
Devin Moran again from 24th to 10th with just 2 cars, well, 3 cautions now. Unreal.
Who says that Davenport can't win from not?
And there's a look, a little bit of not a lot. He's got the.
Who said Davenport could only win from the front row? Right, he started 6th last night.
Would
didn't he?
never say that.
Well, some people have.
I would never say that.
All right, McDowell, Davenport for the first time. The double file restart. Still 61 to go for $100,000. Here they come, back underway.
Jonathan Davenport going to try to get a run to the outside. not going to happen right now, but he's got to run down to the outside. Clanton there as well. Side by side for the race lead. McDowell on the inside. Jonathan Davenport from 13th to the lead this time by with 60 laps remaining.
Down the back straightaway, McDowell. Pierce with a crossover on Clanton. Pierce will throw it into turn number 3. You know, Clanton's not going to give up easily. Pierce goes to 3rd. Here comes Thornton in the 20 RT. He'll get another spot.
James,
you're going to have the best in the business right here running up front here very, very soon down the back straightaway.
I think they already are. They already are. I mean, my goodness. Nobody.
Moran's up to 8th.
Nobody
24th.
has won this race 3 times in a row. Davenport takes the lead on lap 40 and is already stretched out to a 1 second advantage over McDowell. Pierce 3rd, Thornton up to 4th, Clanton 5th, Shep, Moran from 24th to 7th. McCreadie, Rice, Ferguson, your top 10.
Yeah, Moran's not going to be done yet. He's about a straightaway behind the leader. Meanwhile, Pierce doing Pierce things, looking good up top with that thin cushion. He goes to the outside of McDaddy, down the main straightaway. It's just going to be a matter of time before the 32 can get around to 17. He'll get the momentum off in turn 2, Dustin.
Yeah, Bobby Pierce doing Bobby Pierce things on the high side of the racetrack. He's going to go alongside Dale McDowell in a battle for the second spot. Bobby Pierce already on the highs. We don't usually see this till about 30 to go, James.
Right.
He's already on the high side of the racetrack, 5 laps shy of halfway. The battle for second on your screen.
He'll go around Dale McDowell to turn 3. Right now, Davenport through the middle. Pierce still married to that top down the main straightaway. You're going to have a showdown here shortly. Between 32 and 49, Dale Mack not going to give up easily. By the way, Thornton has climbed to 4th, Clanton 5th, 6th to Sheppard, Moran, McCreadie, Rice, and Nick Hoffman.
Oh my!
Nick Hoffman is back to 10th.
He had one of the high points originally. Started 20th. Did Nick Hoffman?
All right, right now the lead is 1.4 seconds. Down the
McDowell.
back straightaway, McDowell making a run. Bobby Pierce may have. Well, Bobby Pierce is down low. Does Bobby Pierce have an issue? Bobby Pierce has got an issue, Dustin Jarrett.
No, he does. He does. Trouble for the 32 of Bobby Pierce, and the caution flag is out. The reigning World 100 champion with an issue in the 32, the current World of Outlaws Real American Beer points leader. Trouble, guys, down to you.
Guys, it looked like all 4 tires were up, but his crew's already got a right rear tire sitting out down here, so perhaps they noticed something on that race car, but he is going to make his way down the car 32, down to the attention of the crew. We'll get you an update shortly. Tyler Erb back in the pit area, a handful of other drivers as well.
Thank you, Ben. Great job. I noticed it coming off of 2. It's like he went down low, and there was an issue. Garrett Alberson to the hot pits. So
Wow.
Pierce climbed to 2nd from 9th. So that'll move McDowell. McDowell was actually in 2nd on the last 4 lap, guys.
Yes,
They're going to go ahead and pull the right rear and the left rear off of the car. The crew had their hands there as he approached, asking if it was something else. I think maybe Pierce not liking something that ran into this race car as far as the tires, so he will get a new left rear and right rear tire. They're not working on anything else right now.
Well, guys,
Dustin Jarrett,
yes,
Moran,
James.
24th to 5th.
I mean,
How about Randy? I was going to ask you. You notice these tires were blistered. A couple of guys coming in and changing them. The guys up front go the whole distance with these harder tires, or do you think these guys are coming in? I noticed some damage as well to Pierce's spoiler. Going to be feeling that.
Yeah, definitely. The guys that's got right rear spoiler damage is going to be a lot freer getting in the corners, as you see a picture of the tire there. When you get those blisters on, you can just be like you're on marbles. So, those guys in the front are really good.
Randy, on a scale of 1 to 10, with 10 being, ultimate, what is the tire preservation and tire conservation mode? I mean, if you're really trying to conserve tires, 1 to 10, what are we looking at?
Well, the McDowell and the 49, they're probably at 6 to 7 saving, but on that restart, as you see, this is where these guys get after it. They abuse their tires for 3 laps and try to get singled out, and then they try to play the long game. But I don't know. Those guys are really good at it compared to their tires versus these guys having to change early.
Well, and I can tell you, Randy, that right rear tire that came off completely blistered. The left rear had minimum wear, and that was an NLMT4 that came off the right rear. So the hardest tire they can run was what came off of there, and they put another one back on.
Yeah, and another thing, when you get up in that high side like Bobby is, you have to be really aggressive with the throttle, and all that grit up there, it'll chew on the tire.
All right,
Great job. We're still too shy of the
Yes.
halfway mark. Don't count after 32, right?
Yeah.
Never count that guy out.
My Lord, don't
Here
count
comes Ricky Thornton Jr. He's going to go to 2nd. Dustin
Don't count
from 4th.
anybody out.
Here
Don't
comes
count
Moran.
anybody out.
Don't count out the
Thornton
Moran
started
ribbon
11th.
99.
Moran from 24th. Are you kidding me? Look at McCreadie. Tim McCreadie, James, doing Tim McCreadie things on the very bottom of the racetrack. Look like Dale McDowell down there on the bottom battling for 5th.
Move over Big Don in the 2-seater, because here comes Son.
Don, move over.
Don Devin ran to the top. Here they come out of turn 4. Davenport still leads. He took the lead back on lap 40. Thornton is 2nd, McDowell 3rd. Moran and McCreadie, they're going to go side by side into turn 1.
Wouldn't it be something? Wouldn't it be something if Devin Moran from 24th could do it? Never won. He's never won a crown jewel. He won a prelim night last year to break the Moran family curse. Right now, he crosses over with Tim McCreadie. McCreadie Oh,
man,
baby.
McCreadie's won, what, 2 of the last 3 World of Outlaw Series races in that Steve Briggs owned car, but Jonathan Davenport right out cruise control out of 4.
Let's not forget.
Out in front.
Yeah, McCreadie won this, what we called the Stream.
Oh, I remember that.
Race. No fans back in 2020, baby.
Yeah.
He won the World 100 in a pickup truck and a box trailer, as we said back in 2018. Right now, he finds himself inside the top 5. Look at that gaggle of cars on the right side of your screen. 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th, all right there together.
All right, but right now, out in front, 2.8 seconds the advantage. Jonathan Davenport over Ricky Thornton Jr., the top 2 in the Lucas Oil points. Thornton leading the points. Davenport is 2nd. Dale McDowell, Devin Moran, McCreadie, Hoffman is up to 6th, 5th. And remember, he pitted for new tires as well. Let's check on Pierce.
He started 20th.
Pierce is up to 16th from the back. And oh, man, Bobby almost got into the 19 of Dustin Sorensen coming out of turn 4.
Oh, my. Well, Jonathan Davenport, Jonathan Davenport things at the front of the field, a 3.2 second advantage. James, look at Josh Rice. Josh Rice working his way through the field, and here comes Pierce from the back of the field, James.
Gets around another car. Meanwhile, Davenport enters turn 1. Here comes Thornton, and here comes McDowell. McDowell trying to stay contact, and you have Moran and McCreadie, Nick Hoffman, and then a gaggle of cars back here. Still a long way to go, 44 to go. And Davenport here, the next lap or 2, Dustin's going to pick up the tail of the field here on the main straightaway.
You know, as Jonathan Davenport continues to stretch out his advantage in this one, James, this time by at the stripe, 3.4 is the advantage. I'm wondering if he has one of the new style tires on the right side, or especially right rear of that race car, one of the old style tires as well.
You see him do a little, going to the top there a little bit. Makes you wonder what's going to happen as he picks up the tail end of the field with Koehler. Meanwhile, the battle for seconds getting closer. Thornton almost bit the concrete that time. Here comes McDowell. Then you have Moran and McCreadie. Good battle behind them.
You think McDowell's just kind of biding his time here? I mean, is he just kind of logging some laps? The driver that led the first 39 laps here tonight, Dale McDowell, side by side. Dale McDowell once told me Eldora Speedway is a game of angles. The way you enter the corner, how straight you keep the car, your angle off the corner means so much more than anything else you do here at the racetrack. Yeah.
Remember the World 100 last year, maybe another lap?
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Him and Bobby Pierce came down to the line. Meanwhile, Moran and McCreadie are going at it. Back here, then behind them is Hoffman. Davenport in some heavy traffic here, but Thornton and McDowell can't gain much on him at all. The lead is 3 seconds, over 3 seconds for Jonathan Davenport.
Well, you can't call this a follow the leader race. I mean, again, Davenport started 13th. Thornton is in 2nd. He started 11th. McDowell 3rd. Moran from 24th to 4th. And McCreadie rounds out the top 5.
Pierce is 13th, so he's made a little headway, but he may need a caution or 2 to have a shot here at the end. Meanwhile, good battle there between Devin Moran, Tim McCreadie, and Nick Hoffman for position. Is that Rice? It is Rice in the picture. He is 7th, off at turn 4 into turn 1. Sporty battle there. Davenport out in front as he enters turn 3, Dustin.
James, 23 of your 26 original starters still on the racetrack with 37 to go. There's Moran on the left side of your screen up high. Nick Hoffman from 20th in the Ty Touring Racing number 9. He's inside the top 5, and he may not be done yet. Hoffman in the 9. His Ty Touring's former driver, Devin Moran, in front of him.
Yep. Meanwhile, they are closing on 2nd and 3rd. Thornton is just now entering turn number 1. Here comes McDowell behind him. As you would say before, take Davenport out of this. It's very good.
Yeah.
Down the back straightaway, Moran and Hoffman going at it. Meanwhile, McDowell trying to can he go a lane lower? Dustin, can he go a lane lower? He does. They're side by side. And the caution is out.
Dalton Wilson slow on the back straightaway. He's got damage on the right rear of the race car. And for the 4th time in this race, the caution flag comes out. 66 laps unofficially in the books. 34 laps remain.
Brandon Overton back into the hot pit. They look at that race car. All 4 tires appear up on it. Dalton Wilson, the Route Left Racing entry. They put 2 cars in the feature tonight with Jameson, and then obviously Dalton Wilson, right rear tire flat on the 18D. He's got a mangled right side of that breakaway spoiler. It's got part of the deck. It's got the quarter panel. They got a lot of work to do to get that car back out on the speedway. Randy Weaver, I want to know right now, if you're Jonathan Davenport and the way these tires work, do you like these cautions for these tires to cool down, or does it really matter to him?
Yeah, I think it's good to let them cool down a little bit. We talked before, you don't want a long caution, because when they get really cool and come back through a heat cycle, a lot of times you used to hear people talk about how their tires sealed up. That's just how quick the oil comes to the top, and then if it cools off real quick and real long, it'll actually seal over and take 10 or 15 laps to get going again.
Hey, Randy, real quick, we see the 49, the 99, the 9, and a few others incredibly low in the racetrack here in this caution. What are they doing for the fans?
Well, they're dropping down where it's a little abrasive and spinning the tires. So what that does is, like in the pits, you see the guys with a buffer and a sander knocking the edges, and then it opens the pores up of the squares on the tire. So by doing that, and down here where it's gritty, it's almost like having a sandpaper, and they won't just light it up, but they'll spin pretty good just to clean the tires up so they'll fire on the restart.
Randy, if you're a guy like Devin Moran or Nick Hoffman or these other guys, or I guess even Jonathan Davenport and Thornton, you've come up through there. Do you have any concern when you see a lot of other guys having flat tires?
Yeah, definitely. You've got to think about it, because like I said, on these restarts, they get after it pretty good, and you got to look up there at the board, and there's 34 laps still left. So as this tire deal starts playing out, more than likely you're going to have more and more cautions from, say, 8th to 15th with tire problems, if they're going to have them, and then you've got to have enough saved for them last restarts here at the Big E.
66 laps in the books, 34 laps to go. Double file restarts clear to the end. Davenport chooses the inside lane. Ricky Thornton Jr. looking for his first Eldora crown jewel on the outside. James green flag is out. We're back underway. Here comes Moran from 24th.
You got to go for it now, right? Because you don't know what's going to happen. Thornton's going to lose ground. Moran to second.
Oh,
24th to second for 99. His dad won the race. They're 3 wide behind him. McDowell through the middle. Moran second, McDowell 3 wide into 1. Here's Hoffman, McCreadie, and Thornton. Davenport leads. I was just going to say, were they going to go for it? Because once Davenport is out in front, he is so good in clean air.
Devin Moran started 24th in this race. Here comes McDowell. Listen. If McDowell was anywhere in the top 5, you know this race ain't over till the checker flag waves. But Jonathan Davenport trying to make it look easy at the front of the field. 2 laps in, James, from the restart, he's already got a 2-second lead.
Dale McDowell trying to recapture second. He does. Moran third, McCreadie fourth, Hoffman fifth, Thornton, Clanton, Pierce. He's got fresher tires than anybody else up there in the top 10. He goes to the top. Here comes 11.
James Pierce went to the tail of the field. He's worked his way back up to 8th, and he's not done yet. Pierce looking to take the 6th spot away now. He's not going to be able to do it. He's going to be in 7th this time by the line. No, my, make it 6th.
Dustin, he still has 30 laps to go.
Oh, my.
Straight away ahead is Jonathan Davenport. Mark that down. If this thing stays green, Pierce to the outside of Clanton. Now his set of sights on the 20 RT. Davenport's got a straightaway lead over Dale McDowell, Devin Moran, Tim McCreadie, Pierce. Rice is trying to follow him on the outside. I would too, right? Here they come out at 2. Ricky Thornton Jr. in front of them. Not a good restart for Thornton. He was running second, and he's dropped back, and he may lose another spot, Dustin.
Yeah, we say it all the time.
Oh, crossover. Look. Oh, man.
You okay?
Clanton was right there.
Are
Here
you
comes
okay?
Rice to the outside.
Look at Pierce. Pierce down to the inside, trying to take that spot away from Ricky Thornton Jr. That's a battle for 6. Jonathan Davenport. We say it all the time. You take the leader out of the race, and it's a great race. He has a 4-second lead over Davenport. James, look at Josh Rice.
Does he have enough tread left? He goes up. He'll bang off that little thin cushion up there. Goes around Thornton. Meanwhile, Davenport is still a straightaway lead over Dale McDowell. Still a ways to go. 26 laps to go. I tell you, can't let him get too far ahead, right? He's going to pick up the tail end of the field here shortly. We still have how many starters
most
still
of them
running in this race?
22.
There's only
23 of the 26 original starters.
There's only 3 cars, you're right, out of the race.
James, 75 laps in the books. We're 3/4 of the way through this race. 25 laps to go. You're looking back right now at the battle for 8th between Ricky Thornton Jr., Brandon Sheppard, and tonight's pole sitter Shane Clanton.
Dale McDowell, again, he's trying to close. 4 seconds, the deficit, as Davenport battles the tail end of the field. Off at turn 4. In front of him is the 114 of Koehler. He'll make quick work of him. Down the back straightaway. 77 complete here tonight. Dale McDowell, Devin Moran, Tim McCreadie, Nick Hoffman, your top 5. Pierce has kind of held steady where he is right there, but will we see a late race charge? They better hope not for a caution, right? Those top 5, right?
Yeah.
He's got 32 lurking there.
Yeah, Davenport especially. I mean, he's got a 4.1 second lead over Dale McDowell. But is that so? Oh, boy.
Wow.
Look at that.
Wow.
I mean, Davenport is not. He's throwing caution to the wind, man. I mean, you saw there for about half a second the move he just made on Timmy Culp. Yeah. Yes, sir.
Down the back straightaway. He is leaning on that right rear tire coming out of 4. You'll see that. Will that hold up the remainder of the 20 laps to go off at turn 4?
No signal sticks here at Eldora, so Davenport, the video board does not show what the lead looks like. So Davenport doesn't know that he's got a 4-second lead. No signal sticks, 20 to go. McDowell second, Moran third from 24th, McCreadie fourth, Hoffman fifth. There's the battle for the 3rd spot. Moran banging the boards here at the Big E, now 19 to go.
Yeah, tip of the cap to Tim McCreadie. He's right there as well in car number 9. Nick Hoffman, Pierce, Rice, Thornton, Sheppard. Clanton is back to 10th after running solid in the top 3 early on. Dale McDowell's trying to catch him. It's down a little bit. And it's still back to 4 seconds. 4:49 ahead of 17M.
How about Davenport at the front of the field? Yeah.
He's throwing it in there on Sorensen.
Yes. I mean, again, he is throwing caution to the wind, man, going through the back end of the field. And you see where he is there on the racetrack. He's been even lower than that in the last couple laps. And I mean, again, he is really throwing it in there on some of these lapped cars. The drivers he's going by right now are the guys running in 16th, 17th, and 18th, James. This time by 16 to go for JD.
As you said, without signal sticks or the scoreboard up there or the video board, he has no idea. He's driving like McDowell is right on his deck lid, right? They go into turn number 3. Big perm up there. As they come out of turn 4, Davenport, he'll get around Wilson. Now Brandon Overton is going to go a lap down.
Here comes Pierce. Pierce on your screen just worked by Josh Rice from the tail of the field. Bobby Pierce up to 6. It's a 5.5 second advantage for Jonathan Davenport with 15 laps to go.
By the way, Pierce is a half a lap behind him.
That's unreal.
He's a half a lap behind him here, and we have 86 complete down the back straightaway.
Unreal.
Moran and this McCreadie there. Hoffman. That's a heck of a race. They're trying to go 3 wide here for position into turn 3, Dustin.
You got to wonder.
Hoffman throws it in.
You got to wonder if Moran burned up the right rear, working through the field. Look at Pierce on your screen is 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th all right there together, and this happens 7.5 seconds behind your leader, Jonathan Davenport, 13 to go.
It's a heck of a battle there. Here comes Rice. Dale McDowell solid, but Dale McDowell is right now at the line, and he's going to have some heat behind him if this thing stays green.
Good night.
Nick Hoffman.
James McDowell is 7 seconds behind your leader, Jonathan Davenport.
And he's backing up to these other guys. You see, they are all a gaggle of cars closing in on 2nd place. Davenport still leads with 11 to go.
Did you see that? Pierce Yeah, I mean, again, you got to think Moran coming from 24th has just completely used up the right side tires on that Roger Sellers number 99. Again, that on your screen, you are looking at the guys that are running for 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th. And Pierce gets into Troutman. Here comes McCreadie down on the inside. That is 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th on your screen. James Davenport now with an 8.5 second lead, 10 to go.
Pierce around.
Look at Hoffman.
Hoffman is climbed to
from 20th. He's going for second on McDowell right here. And here comes Pierce from the tail of the field, Bobby Pierce.
Davenport wants it to stay green. The rest need a caution.
Jonathan
be
Davenport.
A double file caution. Yes, double file restart.
They are turning lap times in the upper 18 seconds. Jonathan Davenport's lead, James, with 8 laps to go, is 10 seconds. He has over a half a track lead on these drivers with 8 to go.
From 13th. It's not like he started in the front row and has led every lap, right?
Yeah, and Pierce, again, remember, Pierce came in and had to change a tire.
Yeah.
So Pierce has worked his way back up to second this time by the stripe.
Jonathan Davenport, Lance and Darla Landers, Double L Motorsports. There you see Pierce around Koehler.
James, Pierce is 0.6 of a second faster than Davenport. That's the good news for him. The bad news, there's only 6 laps to go. He needs a caution.
Now he's going to have to do to the outside of Culp. Davenport is exiting turn 4. Pierce is exiting turn 2.
Nobody has ever won the Dirt Late Model Dream 3 straight years. Davenport trying to do that here tonight. Outside of the Brandon Overton, the year that they had the replacement Dream, of course. The year they ran 2.
Davenport exiting off of turn number 4. 4 laps to go.
Unreal.
Bobby Pierce is second. He's now exiting off of turn 4. A half a lap behind.
9.1 seconds the advantage. Pierce has been faster the last couple laps, but without a caution, he's got no chance to catch the fast 49 Jonathan Davenport. Next driver to go a lap down will be your 11th place car, Shane Clanton, the pole sitter of this race. 3 to go for the driver of Blairsville, Georgia.
Man, that was, he tried to squeeze there with Clanton. Like I said, no signal sticks. The video board is not showing the lead he has, so he's just thinking somebody's right behind him as they come out of turn number 2. He's got a lot of cars there, and he's closing in on Ricky Thornton Jr.
This time by, white flag in the air. Over a 9-second advantage for the driver out of Blairsville, Georgia. He won the second running of the Dirt Late Model Million. He's a 5-time World 100 champion. And he is about to be a 4-time winner of the Dirt Late Model Dream. Superman Jonathan Davenport wins the Dream in 2025.
Bobby Pierce crosses the line in second. We're still waiting, right? We're still waiting. 10.135 seconds. Hoffman third. Again, they got to go to the scales. 4th, McCreadie. 5th, Moran gets around McDowell on the last lap. Dale 6th. How about Max Blair comes in 7th? 8th, Thornton. The last car on the lead lap was Ricky Thornton Jr.
Josh Rice will finish 9th, and Brandon Sheppard will round out the top 10. Still 2 bits of business to take care of. A pound per lap burn off means 22.50.
That is correct.
Will be the rate with the weight requirement, and he's got to pass tech. So Jonathan Davenport pulls up on the scales. He weighs 23.93. He's got almost 150 pounds to his credit.
As his Eldora major event domination continues. Another 100,000 to the bank, as James said. He won 30,000 here last night. And he's got the steering wheel on top. He's climbing out. Race fans, your winner here tonight, Jonathan Davenport. Fast 49 gets number 4 in the Dirt Late Model Dream. Nutrient Solutions, Longhorn Cornet Power under the hood. Midwest Sheet Metal, Lucas Oil, Dynagrow Seed on this race car. Business as normal when it comes to Eldora. JD, we're going to get you in front of the race car up here. I mean, you almost scratched it up a little bit. I'm going to ask you flat out, do you have any idea how big your lead was at the checkered flag?
No, I had no idea. No, I kept trying to watch the board, and it sure wasn't showing me, so I thought I would be okay, but no, I had no idea.
What if I told you 10 seconds? You won by half a track.
This old girl's pretty good, ain't it? No, it's man, that's awesome. I thought they watered the track too much. Really, I was a little nervous about it because I didn't really do a lot of stuff for it to be that wet. I was afraid it was going to build that big lip up there, and I was going to have to run with Bobby and Josh around the outside there. And then Hudson's been really good here lately. So, and then I got to Dale, and I could kind of pace with him there. I felt pretty good. At the start of the race, man, I just couldn't go anywhere. I was just stuck behind Ricky, and he would start moving around. I seen Bobby start moving around, and then we had that caution, and everybody forgot about the bottom, and they just left it open. And I just drove right up through there on the bottom and just kind of stayed there, never really abused my tires. And then I kind of started moving out once I got to the top 3 or 4 there, and just to kind of see what we had, and if we had another restart. That way, if I got stuck on the outside, I would have some kind of idea what to do. But man, this car was really, really good. This is this one here is all my crew. I tell you what, Corey, Cole, Tyler, Gavin, them guys, they worked their tails off this week for sure. From a problem we had with me sticking it in the fence, to unloading the backup car, to getting it ready, to working all day on this one on our off day, and then working on it all day again yesterday and today. It was shortened up a little bit and just running through stuff. And, man, I just can't say enough for them. They do an excellent job for me.
What does Eldora Speedway mean to Jonathan Davenport?
It's home, man. You know, this is I love taking Tony's money for sure. This place is just awesome. It's the only place you can come to, I feel like, if you've got the best race car, you can win no matter where you start, when the track is right. And hats off to Rob. He done an excellent job and the whole track crew, the whole staff here at Eldora does an amazing job for, you know, from concessions to bathrooms to the gates, letting people in. It takes an army of people here, and every one of them do a great job. Got to thank my car owner, Lance and Darla Landis, for sure. My dad, he's up here somewhere. Mom's watching back home, I'm sure. Rachel, we miss you. I love you. I ain't seen Blaine yet. I'm sure he's around here somewhere, though. He's doing fine. I got to thank Nutrient Ag Solutions. Steve's here with them. ASC Warranty, Dynagro, Bill Steen, Longhorn Dynamics, Joe, Matt, everybody there. Everybody back at the shop at Longhorn. We run a Cornet this week. That's the only thing that we've ever changed on this car, really, to throw the balance off or anything. But I've won a couple races here with Jack's Motors, so I knew there wouldn't be no big deal. So thanks to Jack, doing an excellent piece. Birch Transmissions, everybody that's owned this thing, really, really appreciate all of them. VP Fuels, Go Lithium Batteries, Midwest Sheet Metal. I know Chris is watching. Thank you for everything, buddy. Kaiser Wheels, that they do a lot for us. These things are awesome. Lucas Oil Products, Mark Martin Automotive, Mega Plumbing of the Carolinas, Bobcat of Batesville. We got so many great supporters, so much help, and I can't thank them all enough.
30,000 last night, 100,000 tonight. You think you could hang out for a little bit and have a few drinks with these fans here before you leave?
I don't know. I'm going to have to talk to Lance about that. We going to try to get out here before the storm, but I don't know. I think I might can talk him into that. Thanks to all y'all awesome fans for coming out, packing this place. Thanks to everybody watching home at Flow. Go to jonathandavenport.net, 49apparel.com. Hell yeah, that's 4.
How about for 400,000 in one race tonight, 100,000, Superman Jonathan Davenport, your winner. Mike Norris, our second and third place finishers.
Yeah, I tell you what, we caught up with Bobby Pierce here tonight, and man, Bobby, you needed a caution, but early on you came in, changed the tire. I heard you talking to your crew at one time. You thought about coming in, but man, you stayed out there, salvaged the second. Great run.
Yeah, it's honestly a blessing the tire went flat because I knew I was probably killing them. There was a caution with about 60-some laps to go, so really early in the race, and someone had a flat tire, so I was debating pulling in and changing tires, but I was running about 7th at the time. I didn't really want to give up the spot, but I just knew that, you know, when they do that track prep and the surface is so hard, it gets them little sharp pieces of dirt, and it kills the tire, but I couldn't get going in the beginning. So I had to jump up top and get the line burn in, but, you know, of course, that's what happens. You hurt your tires. So all in all, awesome rebound for us tonight. Can't thank my crew enough. They did a good job on the pit stop there. I think Wheatland, they got some practice at Wheatland doing that challenge, so that helped. And congrats to JD on the win. I guess that's his 4th win now, and he's just dialed here.
Let me ask you a question. If you get a caution, they're late, you win that race. You can win that race, right?
Yeah, I mean, I kept trying to look for JD up ahead. I couldn't see him. I was hoping for a caution. I think if there was, it would have been a hell of a race for sure. The top wasn't really there, but I mean, at the end, you know, you just throw it all out the window, and you don't really need your spoiler then once you're banging off the wall. So you just go for it when it's in the race. I would have loved that opportunity. It would have been an awesome race, but thanks to Eldora for having this race, everyone here associated with it. I got to thank my sponsors quickly before I go. I got to thank Low Voltage Solutions, Churchill Transport, Rear and Waste Services, Mesilla Valley Transportation, Collins Brothers Towing, Carnegie Towing, Burt Transmissions by Buddha, Fast One Speed Shop, Toyota of Danville, Bilstein Shocks, Longhorn Chassis, Vic Hill Engines, Swiss Springs, VP Fuels, Pure Max Oils, Go Lithium Batteries, Fast Shafts, Velocity Suits, Sharp Advantage, Ultra Shield Seats, American Racing Wheels. They held up on the cushion there really good. Special thanks to Chubby. Thanks to my crew, my dad, my mom, Abby, all my guys, Justin, Austin, Darian, Jeff, Tony. Shout out to American Mike 68.
I tell you what, from the tail back to second, how about it? What an effort. 32, the smooth operator, Bobby Pierce. And he comes home on the podium. Man, we talked earlier, Nick, they were sleeping on the speed here. Congratulations, man. You come up to 3rd, just methodically made your way, kind of raced your way to the front. Congratulations. What a hell of a run, my man.
Yeah, first of all, I'm such a dumbass. Like, I just preached to myself, keep the spoiler on it for 100 here. Last night, I knocked it off before halfway. Tonight, I couldn't even make it to the first 10 laps. I knocked the spoiler off all by myself, and I was so pissed off, and I was just kind of hanging on there, and then got that first caution. I'd already went a lap down. And then went in, and my guys did a hell of a job to at least get my spoiler kind of built back where I had a little bit. And
we called it the BFH.
Yeah, and just yeah, they did whatever they could, kicking it yes. And punching on it, whatever. So whatever it took, and man, as soon as they kind of got me back to where I had a spoiler and a right rear quarter panel back out there, I could at least make laps around the racetrack. I was probably a little too tight early, and obviously the racetrack came to me. I know a couple of them guys up front was probably like, what the hell, when I drove back by them. So our software was really good. I just, once it got smooth and slick like that, I could momentum really well. And I knew it all, all week here that I'm good enough to win this deal if I just don't make any stupid mistakes, and I did that. So I can't thank everybody enough. Ty Torg for giving me this opportunity, Austin Energy Drink, Holdren Construction, CNW Trucking, Petroff Towing, Lone Wolf Petroleum, Clements Racing Engines ran great, Longhorn Chassis, they do a lot for me, and Bilstein Shocks. So man, it sucks to run 3rd, but I don't know if anybody has ever came from a lap down to run 3rd, but man, our stuff was really good.
I tell you what, Nick Hoffman, Bobby Pierce put on a show. They come home 2nd and 3rd. How about it for Bobby Pierce 2nd, and of course, Nick Hoffman, what a run, comes home 3rd.
Yeah, thanks so much, guys. Yep, Hoffman from 20th to 3rd. McCreadie finished in the 4th spot. And unofficially, Devin Moran from 24th to 5th. For those of you that bought 50-50 tickets, same deal as last night. They're still printing tickets off that drawing. Keep your tickets and keep your eyes on Eldora Speedway social media. That ticket will be drawn live on Eldora Speedway social media within about the next 24 hours or so. Hang on to your tickets. Hang on to your tickets. Again, that winning number, and it's a lot more than 17,000, I can tell you that. Hang on to your tickets, as again, that winning number will be drawn live on Eldora Speedway social media. Mike Norris, Ben Shelton will send it down to you to your final thoughts.
It's pretty simple. When you come to Eldora right now in these mega events, it's a bird, it's a plane, it's a Davenport. Yeah. He's just that much better. And yeah, Bobby was coming to life late, but you don't know. You don't know how much JD was saving. And Jonathan's got this place figured out. You kind of felt like when he got to the lead on lap 40, it might be a problem for everybody else.
Oh, absolutely. And you talk about some of the best ever here, Scott Bloomquist, but man, that 49 is really starting to creep into that territory where man, you just, every time you show up here, it's the 49. It's good effort by Nick Hoffman here tonight to put it on the podium. Bobby Pierce, solid #1 driver in the country, but man, as you just said, that 49 just too tough to tame here at Eldora.